Alright, welcome. I'm with Ben Templesmith. He's the artist. Sorry, Templesmith. You may know him. He's actually pretty funny. Ben Templesmith. Okay. Alright. He's probably one of my favorite artists, especially in the genre of horrors.
Did you just say the genre of horrors?
Yes, I did.
I'll take it. I am a horse.
He's again graciously agreed to give us an interview. So, Ben?
Well, we'll call it an interview, but...
Yes, let's start there. So, you're a comic book artist now. You like it?
I'm a very lucky person to do what I do. I'm a working artist, so...
I guess my question that one of the things people ask is, you have a very definitive style that stands out.
That's for other people to judge, not me.
All right, then
you just made that statement, so
yes, that is my opinion. I believe many others share that opinion. And the thing that we most enjoy about it is the fact that part of the gift of your art was that it actually brought back what I consider like an actual horror, not like slasher, blood and gore.
Horror, not horror, right?
Not horror, but that also, some stuff I've seen.
To bring back the horse.
Dude, yes.
It's not a term I use frequently, but...
But one of the things I wanted to say is that it also made art more, like it brought more in regards to texture of art and the fact that it doesn't have to actually be so gory, but if you want to be horror. And I guess
my stuff's pretty gory.
It is.
It depends on the project.
But it's not gory for the sake of it. It actually ties into like what I can say a theme of you're creating a mood to build it up. And that's what I found. Now, is this something you always intended, or was it just kind of like were you drawn to kind of thing?
You just try and see what sticks.
Okay.
I think it's just the nature of how I draw.
Okay.
Shadows and light is a lot of it.
So influences, artistically, I mean, you look. There's like a lot of classical influences in some of the stuff I see.
I would not say classical.
I would. That is why I'm here.
Maybe you tell me, because I discover my influences further on as I go. I look back at stuff I liked as a kid. Oh, I got that from there.
Okay.
So, Ralph Steadman and Victor Ambrose are huge ones. People may know who Ralph Steadman is, but they won't know who Victor Ambrose is. But he's a book illustrator.
Yeah, I do know Ralph Steadman, but that's a classic artist. I mean, I enjoy. My favorite from him is Animal Farm.
He's not technically a classical artist, though. When you say that, Michelangelo was not my.
Well, no, I mean, I'm a big fan of Ralph Steadman as well.
Yeah, he's got a history. He's a well-known dude.
Exactly. So you discover your influences as you go. I mean, is that part of the things you enjoy most about doing art? Is like
what I enjoy most about you want the honest answer?
Yeah.
In general, most of what I enjoy most about doing art is getting paid.
That is brilliant.
Outside of my personal art.
Yeah.
Personal art isn't for anyone but me.
Yeah.
But most of it it's a job.
Okay.
So it's for a living and it's a my art is mostly commercial in nature.
Okay.
So it would be anyone else gives you a bullshit answer. I'm sorry about swearing.
No.
Like you want to do good work that you're happy to do. Getting paid is the best bit.
Well, no. Okay. There
that's the thing that differentiates me from some dude in the basement somewhere who, there's a lot of. I'm very lucky.
Yeah. Good. So you got a collective. You created, and I guess you're one of
44 Flood.
44 Flood. Sorry. And one of the projects, Tome. Tome,
yes.
That's coming out. I see a notice for Lust, another project coming out. You want to talk about one of the things you talk about Lust and like the Kickstarter process and things you've learned from it.
First off, Tome was a gigantic art book anthology, literally giant in dimensions, like 20-something inches by 50,000 inches or something. And then that was a huge thing on Kickstarter, and then we followed it up with a Kickstarter called Lust, which was me, Steve Niles, who I may have worked with before, and Menton 3, who was also one of the members of 44 Flood, the original founders. And so it's an art book, comic book, combo, hardcover, nice thing. And it will eventually, hopefully, do all the Sims with a rotating group of creators.
Cool.
But we're kicking it off with Lust.
Nice.
And that finished ages ago. And the book is being made now. It was a Kickstarter, being made now, and we're shipping shortly. And we'll have a sneak peek at C2E2 next week.
Excellent. So
it's got lots of ladies and nipples in it. And skulls. I like skulls.
And everyone likes nipples. So I guess my question is, you've done Kickstarter. Has it taught you anything about just the business that you didn't already know, or just the actual like pre-production post?
Logistics is a big issue with Kickstarter. Shipping. People have to be prepared to get their hands dirty a bit, but the rewards are there versus having a middleman between you and the people that actually buy it.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
As long as you keep track of the financials, stuff.
So is this a Kickstarter going to pretty much be a regular thing for you, or?
Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, hopefully we'll get to the point where we can fund it ourselves, and reach an audience ourselves. But the beauty with Kickstarter versus other sites is it does have an inbuilt audience as well. But it's very public. So if you don't reach your goal, it's very public. So, but I mean, that's a good thing. It's the market. It's ultimately capitalism. But it's a double-edged sword.
Now, I'm a big fan of your work. One of the things I've noticed about you is you do a lot of work on social media, or at least you have.
Do I?
Sometimes. You've been known to. I hear people write you and you will answer questions.
Were you the one giving me shit about Facebook? No, that was another guy.
That was someone else. I will probably, if later on, probably.
I'm on Facebook.
So do you like do you like using social media as a tool to reach out to your fans, or marketing, or is it just something you do just because you have no time on your hands?
I'm not a person short of an opinion on a lot of things.
Really?
I like history and politics and all sorts of stuff. And art.
Nice.
So social media is, I mean, I do cons for the exact same reason. I want to reach out to the people and have interaction with the people that like my work. That's pure and simple. I mean, I guess ultimately it's, you want attention. To a degree.
To a degree.
But I don't dress up for it. You know?
No.
So there's narcissism involved, but I like feedback and I like interacting with the people that are graciously nice enough to like my work. Excellent. So everyone wants an audience for what they do.
So I hear there's a new project you have coming out soon.
Well, that was a brilliant segue.
I know!
I just did not pick that at all. That was awesome, man.
Thank you. Would you like to tell your fans about that project?
I hate literally hawking my stuff. I'd rather just show people. But I got lucky a few months ago, and I got asked to do a book with a guy who I grew up watching a TV show of that helped form my opinions on science fiction in general. I was never a Star Trek guy. Well, I watched it, but I was a Babylon 5 guy for the Star Trek that was competing with it at the time. So JMS, Joe Michael Straczynski, asked me to do a comic with him because he's coming back to comics too, and I had a break too from comics, and I'm getting productive again slowly. So I'm doing a book for Image with Joe called 10 Grand.
10 Grand.
And it starts next month.
And can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's basically the closest thing you get to a love story that I'll ever do. Because it's a messed up, fucked up, horrific tale of a husband and wife. They get basically murdered horrifically. And there's a backstory to that. But he makes a deal with certain supernatural elements that if you die, he comes back to life. And he can't die. Well, he does die, but then he keeps coming back. So if he dies altruistically, like for a good cause, selflessly, he goes to the afterlife for like 5-10 minutes and can actually see his dead wife, who he loves greatly. Very different to a lot of marriages. And then he comes back again and has to do it all over again.
Thank you again for the interview.
You're welcome. Thank you for putting up with me.
No problem. 10 grand next month. Get it. So cool.
It's not part of bringing the whores back though.
We'll next interview we'll talk about that. How to do that on
Cool. Sweet.
Thanks. Thank you again for the interview.
You're welcome. Thank you for putting up with me.
No problem. 10 grand next month. Get it. So cool.
It's not part of bringing the whores back though.
We'll next interview we'll talk about that. How to do that on
Cool. Sweet.
Thanks. All right.